Hey everybody. I wasn't gonna come on here today, but I had the worst luck earlier. I got hit by a car. Not me physically, my car. This guy, he ran a stop sign and he T-boned my car, put a lot of damage on it. A lot of damage. I'm gonna I'm gonna put the footage, I'm gonna incorporate it into this video, but I am out of a car for right now. You know, God is good because um I was waiting for the ambulance, but I'm gonna go in the morning because the way he hit me, he hit the left side of my driver's side and my face, like my whole body kind of like moved to the right. So my face feels like it feels a little bruised. I don't know how to explain it, but it feels a little swollen. And when I first got hit, like I felt some pain in my neck, but I don't feel it as much anymore. I just feel like it's burning. So I've been putting ice on my face. I was waiting for like 3 hours for the ambulance. The firefighters was out there. The police came. It was a lot. It was a lot going on. But Allah is all merciful because when he hit me, I was trying to swerve because I saw him coming, but he was coming fast and I couldn't stop. I mean, I couldn't get away. And he had a big it's like a police car, a Ford, like a black Ford. I don't know the name of the car, but it was like a police car. And he hit me full on impact. And it so happened that I couldn't get out my door. So I opened the window and I was like, "You didn't see me?" So he gets out the car. I don't know if he's Italian or Spanish or whatever, but he had the nerve to have attitude. So I was like, "You didn't see me coming?" I wasn't screaming because I was such in shock. I felt like when he hit me, my brain was like rattling. So I'm trying to like get my bearings and I'm like, "You didn't see me?" And he's like, I don't remember what he said, but I know he was like, "What are you talking about?" And I'm like, I know he don't think I hit him because he literally ran into me, right? No, he goes, I stopped at the stop sign. I'm like, what does that have to do with anything? I said, if I'm going straight, I was heading to go pick up my granddaughter, right? If you're going straight and you're coming from a side street and the other car clearly went, but he wanted to race behind the other car, but I was already coming. There was no way I could have like stopped. You see what I'm saying? Um, but I was saying Allah is all merciful because there was a guy that has a tow company and a body shop. He was driving right behind me and saw everything. He saw everything. And I'm impacted into the car. And I immediately like put my camera on because I didn't know if this guy was crazy. He wasn't crazy, but I didn't know what to expect. So I put my camera on and I started trying to like film and my hands are shaking. And the phone kept cutting off. I was panicking. The phone kept cutting off and I finally got some footage as I'm trying to get out the car. I'm literally pinned in the car because the door is impacted. So I told him, I said, "Could you back up off the car so I can get out?" He was like, "No, my car is embedded into the front of your bumper." And I'm like, so I had to crawl out the passenger side. Meanwhile, we in the middle of the road. Cars is beeping at us. And I got out. My face still hurt. I got out on the passenger side. And that's when I took the footage. So I'm going to add that into this video. Um, he's trying to say, "Oh, I stopped at the stop sign." And I'm like, even if you claim, which I don't think he did, because what happened was he was trying to piggyback off the guy that was in front of him. Like, you know how one guy stops and then the next one stops? So what you're supposed to do when you're coming onto a main street from a small street, you have to wait to make sure there's no traffic. You can't piggyback off the next guy because you don't know what the guy in front of you already saw. You see what I'm saying? So he probably assumed, well, if that guy got away, I'm gonna get away. So I'm just driving minding my business, and from my peripheral, I see two cars, but the other car that was in front of him zoomed by. It already had. It must have timed. It must have timed when it saw me enough to go before I got up to. You see what I'm saying? So then he goes, "Why didn't you stop, bro?" There's no traffic light. It was just a straight. You know what I mean? He literally. I just could not believe he was actually trying to say, you know what I mean? Like, it was just like, huh? So I think either my car is total. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just so fucking. This was not part of the fucking plan. You see what I'm saying? Like, ugh. I'm just happy that the collision guy was behind me. That's how good God is. So he was like, "Don't worry about anything. Um, I saw what happened or whatever." And I think the guy that hit me, I think he was gonna try to act like it was really like he couldn't really act like anything because his my car is straight and his car is literally like this across traffic, right? Because he's stuck on top of me. So finally, I'm trying to get out the car on the passenger side. I see him trying to wiggle his car because really, I said, you can't stay here like this. I was like, I know you know, I don't know what he said, but I think I said, you can't really just like impede traffic. I was like, you're going to have to either let me out the car. Um, I said, but you can't just keep your car like that. So I think he realized what I was saying wasn't to like hurt him or anything because I really wasn't mad at him. I'm more in shock at first. I'm still trying to process everything and be safe because there's cars flying. You know what I mean? So I'm somewhat in the middle, and he was able to like pull his car, like he's jerking his car off of my car like this, right? So while I'm getting out the passenger seat, I think my face hit the side of my car. I can't remember because it happened so fast. All I know is the jawline on my face hurt. So I don't know what happened. Um we was waiting for the ambulance. I was telling the cops what happened. They took the report. They said I got to go to the precinct in 2 days. So meanwhile, all that's happening, and this collision lawyer, he happened to be driving by too, and he stopped. He's talking to the collision guy. I don't know if the collision guy called him, but he was like, come into the office tomorrow. So I don't know if they're trying to cut me a check, child. I don't know, but I'm just really upset because now I was going to take my car back down south to go back on the truck in 2 weeks. But he said the way that damage is, he said first they got to come out, the people got to come out and look at the car. My head hurt too, to give an estimate. I don't know. I never had a concussion. I don't think I have a concussion, but this shit was crazy. Um, he said they got to come out, do an appraisal or whatever on the car. My daughter was like, my oldest daughter, she got hit by a tractor trailer, her car. So that was in Georgia. So right now she's going through some litigations with that. But she was telling me to read the police report as soon as I get it and make sure that it has the driver at fault. Even though she said, even though you have a witness, if they didn't take all of that at the scene, all of that information, because mind you, by the time they came, he drove his car across the street and parked his car because he couldn't impede traffic. So the only thing I was able to get on footage was a little bit, how do you describe it? I got a little bit of the footage of where his car is facing into my car, but you can't see the whole scene of what really is going on. So more than likely, if the insurance adjuster, they're used to seeing these type of T-bone collision accidents, and then the street that I told them it happened, they will be able to come out on that street and they could see the direction I was going in and in the direction he was coming from, right? It's kind of an open and shut case, but sometimes with these situations, they could say, well, technically he didn't see her, so technically he didn't do anything wrong. It just happened to be a blind spot. What do you call that? A blind spot. They could run that. This is why I will definitely be calling that lawyer guy and the collision guy. He said he know what's up with those type of situations. He understands how to work it to make it work. I think that guy only has liability, but he said that doesn't matter. And then he was at first trying to, like get nasty with me, right? So if you hear on the video that I'm about to put on this thing, you could hear me saying, how can you say you're in the right when I'm coming straight? And I heard him in the video saying, but I stopped at the stop sign. So I guess he knows the little technicalities like, well, as long as you stop at the stop sign, I guess really you're not in the wrong. But then from what I know, even if you stop at a stop sign, you're supposed to yield to the traffic. Like you're supposed to yield to the people that's already driving. Because if I'm coming full speed straight, I can't slow down for a person coming this way. So I'm like, like what you know, I don't know if there's technicalities when it comes to those type of rules with blind spots and coming from the stop sign. But I know if I'm driving a tractor trailer and I just because I stopped at the stop sign, if I run into somebody after the stop sign, they're gonna be like, "Wasn't you paying attention, man?" What if this? I just praise God. I praised Allah that I did not get seriously injured or passed away. Remember, I told y'all, people be trying to put curses on my family. But this was not how I was expecting my day to go. This just throws a whole monkey wrench in my situation. Um, if I do go after this person for any type of bodily injury, I will probably have to. They probably gonna send me to some type of what do you call those people? Those medical people that I don't know. I don't know how this works, but I'm just pissed the hell off that this happened to me today. Um, y'all just be careful out there. I mean, it's hard to ever really determine. And I saw this. It happened so fast, but I had time to like. It flashed before me like somebody's coming to hit me because I never been hit that hard. I got rear-ended in Georgia in October. That one, it was pretty bad, but it hit me from behind, and being that I was like they said I was the third car out of 7 cars that got hit. I was kind of cushioned between the other cars, so my impact when they hit me from behind wasn't like real bad. It was the people that was in front. They were the one that spinned out of control, spinned into the guardrail. One of the cars flipped, and one of the families got hospitalized. Right. So, by the grace of God, I was okay. I got a little change for that little accident, but I was surprised that this happened in New York because New York people, they're pretty swift. They're pretty quick with the dodging and stuff. And I just assumed he saw me. He was well aware I'm driving and that he would have either stopped or tried to swerve, but he just bam. It was so loud. Um, yeah, that was the first time I don't really get scared easily. I do have anxiety, so I worry. But when it comes to like being scared, I'm kind of like not really like a scary type of person. I was so scared that when they were talking to me, people was asking me questions in the car. I was just sitting there. I don't know why. I was just like, so after I got off the phone with the cop, they asked me a bunch of questions like, she said, "Are you pinned in the vehicle?" I said, "I can't get out." That's what I told her. And that's why I think the 5 people came. I said, "I can't get out because the door wouldn't open." This is before I got out the passenger seat. So once I got off the phone with her, something told me, go through the other side. 'Cause my mind was just gone. I was like, oh my God, what the hell is going on? And I got out the passenger seat. And then when I started seeing all those fire trucks come, I'm like, why do they need fire trucks for a car accident? And they were like, "Where's the person pinned in the vehicle?" And I was like, oh shit. So I got a little embarrassed about that. And they was like, oh. I said, well, I wasn't crushed in the vehicle. I just couldn't get out. So they tried to open they pried the door open with this like hammer thingy. So the door is like a little embedded into the fender or whatever. So they finally got the door open, but it's not like a good open. My car is fucked up. But anyways, that was my day. That was my fucking day. So the guy, he calmed down because he was trying to act like, oh, fuck, man, you know. And I'm like, he even asked me if I was okay. So I'm holding my face because when it first happened, it felt like somebody slapped the shit out of me because the skin was burning. And then it felt like somebody punched me because the bone on my face was like throbbing. So I'm just holding my face like, and he came back. And I think the only reason he started showing a little mercy was because the collision dude was on my side. He was like, nah, what happened? Yo, I seen what happened. And then he told the guy, he's like, yo, you dead wrong. I'm a collision, something. He was like, but you in the wrong. You in the wrong. It don't matter. You in the wrong, right? So he goes, yeah, I'm so sorry to me. He goes, I'm sorry. You know, I'm just, this is really bad luck for me. And I was like, then he goes, are you okay though? And I said, not really. I said, right here is kind of hurting. And he gonna make this face like, you know how people be like, oh, here she go. Oh, whiplash, you know? And it really was like, I know people do whiplash. I know that, right? But at the end of the day, if you're wrong, you're wrong. If you do something wrong, you shouldn't worry about what the other person doing. You should worry about what you're doing. So you know you're wrong. You should have been like, you know what, ma'am, I'm so sorry. I'm glad that you're not, you know what I'm saying? If there's anything, you know, like just having some level of compassion. That's how you know he probably did it before. He probably got some shit on his record and was probably like, oh, you know, like I'm about to be fried now. But we about to find out what's on his shit because he got progressive. I don't know how good they are or how shitty they are, but hopefully they can get me a rental to get around because now I don't even have money to get not money. I don't even have a way to get my granddaughter to school. I'm gonna have to put her in an Uber. That shit gonna be pricey as fuck. I don't know. This is fucking crazy. This is fucking crazy. But anyways, let me go cool down. Let me just go relax because right now I'm on 10. But yeah, let me know what y'all think. I'm gonna put the little bit of footage I have in this video. All right, love you guys. Bye. This guy has me trapped in here. He said that
He's a cop. Which way you was coming this way?
he's coming from this way. He talking about how am I in the flow when I'm just coming straight.
Nah, you're not.
Are you crazy?
You should not even drive over here. You from the area?
Yeah, but
You got full coverage on your car? Are you okay? Grow up? I'm alright, but are you okay?
you hit me kind of hard.
Alright.
But then you're saying it's my fault when you're coming
All I
straight.
know is I
No,
was coming across
there was
the
another guy in front of
you
you,
saw
and you
him
tried
and he
to-
was stopped in the middle.
Sir, whenever somebody's already here, you cannot just hop out.
Listen, I'm not saying.
Listen, I have a CDL license. I know. I drive
Okay, I
trucks.
understand.
drive
I've been
trucks.
driving since I was 15.
Well,
all I
clearly
know
you
is
made
there
a
was a
mistake.
car who was stopped in front of here. I had the right to come on. I
You
stopped.
didn't have the right
I
if
made a
there's-
complete stop. Listen,
Sir.
we'll just exchange information and take pictures of both of you. If you could, you MOS? Listen, you want to see if you could stop, if you could move it from blocking here?
Can-
Let me try to stop the shop and see if it'll move at all.
I don't think it's gonna drive.
Yeah.
See, the door's not even. He'd be really hard. I know I don't sound it in this video, but this was very traumatizing for me. Even though I drive trucks, you never want to be T-boned the way this guy T-boned me. It was really traumatic. So I hope you guys never have to experience any of this dangerous type of driving this guy was doing. He was actually going about 30 out of a stop sign.